Gunler.com, the creators of the novelty t-shirt "This is my handheld device," presents How to Clean Your Gun. We bear no responsibility or liability for any results from following the information provided in this video. Make sure your gun is not loaded. Check the magazine and/or gun chamber and barrel. Get your cleaning supplies together in the same place. I have a universal gun cleaning kit like the ones you find at outdoor sportsman shops, gun shops, and at Walmart. I got this one for around $25. Besides this, you'll need some gun cleaning solvent, especially designed to remove metal deposits. You'll also need gun oil. There are many different kinds of oil, and most work for all types of guns. Completely disassemble the gun to gain access to all the working parts. Work on a tabletop so you can lay out all the parts of the weapon and deal with each part one at a time. Semi-automatic. Pull back the slider. Push up slider release. Move the barrel removal release as so. Once again, pull back the slider. At this point, you need to pull the trigger as to fire. Remove the spring and the barrel from within the slider. Revolver. Open cylinder. Tie an old sock or rag or cloth around the rear cylinder opening at the frame. This will protect the revolver firing mechanism from damage when the bore brush gets pushed through the barrel. There are different sizes of bore brushes that correspond with the barrel size, so make sure you match the size accordingly. I have a little chart that came with my cleaning kit that shows which brush works with which gun. At this point, some people like to take the barrel and run a cloth patch dipped in solvent down the bore. Following this, run a clean patch down the bore to absorb the majority of the solvent. Take the bore brush, dip it in the special solvent for metal particles, and run the brush down the bore of the barrel and on the cylinders of your revolver. Run the brush back and forth, up and down the bore for at least 2 or 3 passes. On the last pass, rotate the brush as you go, down and back, so that it will remove all the cleaning traces of metal on the bore. I'm going to go ahead and take the bore brush, dip it in the special solvent for metal particles, and run the brush down the bore of the barrel and on the cylinders of the revolver. Put clean patches on this utensil here and run down the barrel and cylinders until they emerge as clean as they entered the barrel. Use a lightly oiled cloth or oiled patches to wipe down the outside of the barrel and cylinder and set aside for the moment. Lubricate the spring and other moving pieces, and making sure to wipe away excess oil. Wipe the surface of the slide. Wipe away fingerprints and body oil from handling. Believe it or not, your own body oil contributes to the deterioration of the gun surface. Continuing on, clean the extractor rod, muzzle, and firing chamber area of the toothbrush and solvent. On the extractor rod, clean both the front side, then push it out and clean the star and the rest of the rod normally housed between the cylinders. Reassemble the weapon, taking special care to look over any piece for excessive wear. Once you reassemble the weapon, wipe it down using a clean cloth. Take a small amount of gun oil and begin covering the gun with the exception of the hand grips inside the barrel and inside the cylinders. Make sure that you keep your gun in a cool, dry place for storage. Proper gun safety recommends to not store a loaded gun, and especially for semi-automatics, not to store with a shell in the chamber. Finally, remember, this is simply a standard cleaning that should be performed after every time at the range or in the field. If your gun is used heavily, a more thorough disassembly and cleaning should be performed. If you aren't sure how to do this, please contact a qualified gunsmith or expert to help you out.